Hello guys, I'm Bethany and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here and I'm so excited for today's video. I say that every time, but I'm just always excited to sit and chat. That is Lily. But as you can tell from the different lighting, it is a very gloomy, rainy, cold day. And I decided I really wanted to have like a little cozy chat, hang out here. I try to film videos when it's pretty like sunny outside because of the lighting. But when I watch people on YouTube and specifically booktubers, I don't really care how the lighting is. Like I'll watch Destiny Said Wells, even when she films at night or when she films with like really colored lights. And I'm like, I don't even care about that. I don't think about that. So I'm like, I'm just going to film in this like cozy setup. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag, I think is what it's called. I saw Katie's Reading and Cassandra Lynn do this video, and then I also just watched Rachel Catherine's video of this, and I thought it would be fun to do. I asked on my Bookstagram and a lot of people said I should. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm very excited. It's gonna be very fun. I'm just hanging out, chill, and it's gonna be a great time. So let's get into these questions. I will type out all the questions below. Rachel Catherine actually added a couple questions and I'm going to be answering one of those as well. So let's just get on into it. The first question is, are there any books you need to finish by the end of the year? And honestly, I don't think so. I don't really read more than one book at a time, and I don't have any books at this very moment that I'm reading. So because I just finished a book this morning that I was reading and I haven't started another one. So I don't really have any that I want to finish that I've already started. The second question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And yes, I do. I really want to read Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, I think is her name. I don't own the book, but I really want to read it. It's like dark academia, murder mystery, YA kind of vibe. It sounds very good and it's on my TBR for the month of November, but we shall see if I get to it, or maybe it's just in my TBR for fall. I don't really know, but I really want to read it before the end of the year, but we shall see. At least the first book, because it is a series. We're gonna take this video with a grain of salt. It's really just for fun because who knows if I'll actually read these books. Next is there a new release you're still waiting for? And there is. The Do-Over by Lynn Painter comes out today. I'm literally waiting on it to come in the mail and I'm so excited to read it. It's a YA rom-com. She wrote Better Than the Movies and I loved Better Than the Movies. So I'm so excited for that one to come out. It's like a Valentine's Day, Groundhog Day, like the day repeats over and over again. It sounds very interesting and I'm very excited to read it. So I think that's the only one at this point that I want to read that hasn't been released yet or just released, because I think all the other books I wanted to read have been released already. So very excited. Next is, what are 3 books you still want to read by the end of the year? So I have a couple that I own and then one I don't own. The first one is very exciting and it is ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. Everyone and their mother wants me to read this book. I do really want to read it. I just haven't got around to it yet because I've been reading other series. I was in my romance mood. I read Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves and I wanted to take a break from fantasy, but I do want to at least read this first book by the end of the year, but we shall see if it happens. I've just heard so many good things, and especially one of my friends, Paige, raves about this book. It's literally one of her favorites of all time. So I'm very excited to read it. And also I know it's like, I think it's not as otherworldly as other fantasy. I feel like it's going to be easier to understand because I feel like Vow of Thieves, Dance of Thieves is in a whole other universe, but I feel like this one is in our universe, or maybe it's not. I don't know, to be honest. I think I'm wrong. I think this is like a other world, but I think it's easy to understand. It's like very much romance heavy, and I think it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So I really want to read it. Definitely won't finish the series by the end of the year, but I'm hoping to at least read the first one. The next book I really want to read by the end of the year is Dream On by Angie Hockman. I really want to read this because I bought it for my birthday and the premise sounds so good. And I just really want to get to it because, I don't know, I just love a good, fun romance book. So I really want to read it, but I don't know if it'll happen by the end of the year because I have so many holiday books that I want to get to. It's about Cass, and she wakes up from a car accident, flooded with memories of a man named Devin, and her family says that he doesn't exist. So sounds very interesting. I think she meets him. That's what the back says. So it sounds very interesting. I'm excited. And then the third book that I want to read is Good Boundaries and Goodbyes by Lisa Turkhurst. I love her books so much. She is a Christian author and all of her books are so good. I read Uninvited. It's Not Supposed to Be This Way is one of my favorite books of all time, like Christian books of all time. And then Forgiving What You Can't Forget Pretty sure that's what it's called. I loved all of those books and I'm so excited to read this one. I actually saw this was coming out in November and then I put it on my Amazon wish list, but I didn't pre-order it and then I forgot about it. And then I realized the other day on Amazon that it's literally already out. So I really want to read that by the end of the year. I might buy it or I might ask for it for Christmas because I love her books and I know I'm gonna love it. I started it on my Kindle like the first few sentences and then I was like, no, I'm gonna love this so much. I want the physical copy. So I'm so excited. I love her books so much. Next question is there a book you think could still shock you and become a favorite book of the year? Honestly, I do think that ACOTAR could be a favorite book of the year, maybe. And I also do think Good Boundaries and Goodbyes is a book that could be a favorite of the year because I just always love Lisa Turker's books. They never disappoint. And I also think the Christmas books that I'm gonna read could be favorites of the year. One I really want to read by Courtney Walsh. I've read Across Country Christmas by her and Merry Xmas that just came out, and she just revamped her cover for her first Christmas novella. It's called, literally don't know what it's called. Let me look on my Kindle. A Match Made at Christmas. I really want to read that and I have a feeling I'm gonna really love it. So I'm excited to read that one as well. And I feel like it could be a favorite of the year. Who knows? And then next question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2023? Yes, I have. I have so many books I'm so excited about. Let's just look at my calendar. I have so many I'm so excited about, but I will just give you a few. The first one that I'm most excited about is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. It comes out in May and I'm just so excited for that. I don't know if there's any books that come out in like the beginning of the year, like in January, February, but there's quite a few that come out in April. I'm very excited for Carly Fortune's second book, Meet Me at the Lake. That comes out the same day as Practice Makes Perfect. Happy Place by Emily Henry, that's very exciting. Also, The Brothers Hawthorne releases in August and I'm so excited. It's like kind of a spinoff of the Inheritance Game series. And I just can't wait. I love the Inheritance Game series, so I'm very excited for that. But I also really want to get more into fantasy because I read Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves and I loved them so much. So I feel like I want to kind of get out of my comfort zone a little more and read more fantasy and also just kind of read books that I might not ordinarily want to read, and then also read books that might not be like super hyped or super recommended and just see how they are. So I'm very excited for these new releases and just to kind of get out of my comfort zone. The next questions are the ones that Rachel Catherine added. So the first one is any series that you want to finish by the end of the year. And I do have one. I'm actually reading the Simple Wild series. So I read The Simple Wild, Wild at Heart, and Forever Wild, and I really enjoyed it. So I want to read the fourth book in the series, which is about a different character from these. It has these characters in it, but it's just a different point of view, like a different love interest. I read The Simple Wild and then immediately ordered the next two, but I didn't order the fourth one because it's not about the same couple as these are. But I do want to read that by the end of the year. I'll probably either buy it on Amazon or ask for it for Christmas. So I'm really excited to finish the series and see how the fourth book is. I've heard it's really good. And I'm excited also to see more of these characters, but I wish it was from their point of view, but I understand like this one kind of ends pretty well for this couple, but I'm excited for the girl that's in the fourth book and her love interest. So very excited to finish that. And then any authors that you want to try before the end of the year. And honestly, I feel like these two authors that I mentioned, I have not read. So Angie Hockman and Sarah J Maas, but I also have a few that are Christmas books that I haven't read these authors before. B.K. Borison, is that her name? She wrote Love Light Farms, and I've heard such good things about it. So I really want to read that and just try that author. And then I also want to try Leah Lewis. She wrote Egg Perfect Hours, and she has a new book that just came out. And I just have so many holiday books I want to get to, but those are a few authors that I'm excited to read before the end of the year. But that is all the questions, and that is my end of the year TBR book tag. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Saturday here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram and my Bookstagram. I would also love to know what you want to read by the end of the year. Any of these questions, answer them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. But I think that's it. I had so much fun chatting with you. This cozy, chill, chatty vibe. It was so much fun. But I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you very soon for my next video. Bye.